What's up, YouTube? So I wanted to give you my thoughts and opinion on RoboUp lawn mowers. I've had this RoboUp T-1200. It's the 2024 model, and I believe the 2025 model has some better hardware. We're not sure exactly. They're supposed to have a upgrade program for this coming soon. But even this unit works very well. It does have a tendency to get stuck in no-go zones where it shouldn't be going, but I believe that has been fixed with the newer model. But anyway, I've been using this for a couple months now, and I love it. I don't have to mow. Even with its inconsistencies sometimes, or it is fairly consistent, but the edging is always going to be never perfect with these things, because it has to keep a certain distance. So you still have to trim, but no different than if you were mowing anyway. But it is a back saver for me, and I would highly recommend it for folks who hate mowing. So just some tips on the how it works. So these things rely on RTK antennas, which are satellites, and there's one in the mower, and there's one that's up on my roof here. Let's see, there. And ideally that should be up in the peak, because that right there, you want to see as much of the sky as possible. And why that is, because when the mower goes under things like trees, it loses satellites, and the few that it may have in there is enough to keep it accurate, but satellites drift, and that antenna on the roof sends through, I think it's low raw. It's low frequency. I think that it can go very far. It's like miles it can go. So it sends the data of the satellites in the sky, of where they're moving in more real time, to the mower, so that the mower can make sure it's at centimeter accuracy, even on a lower satellite amount on the mower. If that makes sense, because the one on the roof will always have significantly more satellites connect to it, because it has a better view of the sky, where this right now, see, doesn't. But when that fails, if the mower doesn't have enough at all, the backup systems on virtually all these mowers is it goes to the cameras, which is AI vision, and it's not perfect, but it that is always detecting obstacles. Like if I stand here and watch, got scared for a second, but so that's always on, but it will use that to track itself, sort of, and it's never perfect. Sometimes it will go out of bounds if it is working off that. It's V-Slam, it's called, which is a lot like how Teslas work, and a lot of robot vacuum cleaners, and so it will work, but it's not nearly as accurate. So sometimes I've had it where it does go out of bounds, but not far, like a foot or two, and then when the satellites kick in, it then knows it's out of bounds, and then it stops. So that is probably the biggest quirk for me, because in the front yard is where I worry about it going out in the street, and hasn't done that, but it's always a possibility. And so it's always a possibility, I think, with any of these mowers, really, because they're just not perfect, but they're pretty darn close. And this particular model, this RoboUp, I think it's great. It was, as far as I know, the first to market with these systems. And I found it on Kickstarter originally when I was looking for a GPS mower, if they even made it, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, and it was the only one. And so it's been good to me. Keeps my lawn mowed, and you know, they only will get better in time with firmware updates and feedback from users and whatnot. But this mower, this is the one with, has razor blades for that it cuts with, and so it doesn't mulch like you would want. When fall comes, I'm gonna have to do the leaves instead of the lazy way or how I used to do it with just mulching with the mower. Well, I'll be doing that again actually, but I wish, perfect mower to me would be able to mulch all of it. But overall, it saves me from having to mow in the middle of summer. I'm happy. So I'd recommend one of these. You can get these now for like $1,500 roughly. I'll just show you the charging station. So I've never had a problem with it docking. Send it home, it always goes back, finds it. That antenna again is there, should be up further, but I don't like ladders, so that's as far as I'm going. But it works, it just could work better. So that is really the most important thing. Get that thing as high as you can. They send it to you with ground stakes, but that's no good if I put a ground stake in front of that porch. Well, I'm missing all the satellites behind the house, and that's a problem. So anyway, that's my mower. And RoboUp, which is kind of an underrated one. It's not talked about much. It should, because a lot of the other mowers I've seen videos on, they perform worse from what I've seen. This thing rarely gets stuck. It handles. I got lots of little, not ditches, but holes in the ground like this. It's fine. Handles it with ease. Anyway, all right, that's it for today. Hope I helped you in your consideration for a robot mower. Toodles.